Hello, my name is Toya Davis, and I'm going to be doing videos called AskToya. I'm going to talk about the journey from early intervention all the way through adulthood. Last time I did the videos, we talked predominantly about early intervention and how to access those services and what would be the next step. If your child continues to need services after early intervention, then we start with preschool. Now, preschool early intervention, you must go through your school district. There are a number of evaluations that are done, such as speech, OT, PT, to determine whether your child needs services. Once they have determined that your child needs services, the CSE begins a meeting, and there is what they call an IFSP, which is the individual family service plan for your child, and it will outlay the services that your child will be getting during their term in early intervention. When I started, when Tiegerman started, my son Jonathan was part of preschool. He was 3 years old. Preschool starts at the age between 3 and 5. And he was getting speech and language. He got music therapy. He did not need OT or PT. But those are services that your child will be eligible for if it's determined through the evaluations. For example, when I would do tours, I would take a child up or down the steps. By the time a child is 3 years old, they're alternating feet when they go up the steps. So you should watch your children as they're going up and down the steps. If they're using the same foot, many times that's a sort of a red flag, and maybe you need to decide whether your child needs to be evaluated. When I started with Jonathan, he was what they call egoic. He would repeat the same stock phrases. He had a lot of language, but he did not know how to use it appropriately. So language is one of the first indicators of whether a child may need some early intervention. The other thing is you watch children. When babies, they have an immature grasp when they reach for things. As they get older, as they hold crayons, you watch how they hold crayons to see. Those are indications whether they need OT or PT, because those are things that as we get older, we learn a more mature grasp. So if you watch children at a very young age, they grab at things very differently than they do. But as they get older, they learn how to do things. So those are some of the signs that I used to look for when I would do tours for very young children. When Jonathan was in preschool, one of the things that was very disturbing to me, he did not know how to say his name. Now, I agonize over this name. I have a short last name. He needed a longer first name. It needed to balance. His name is Jonathan Michael Davis, but he could not say that. Well, we were very innovative, or Dr. Tiegerman was very innovative, and she had music therapy. And Jackie Penny, who was the music therapist at the time, taught Jonathan how to say his name by beating on the bongos. Jonathan. So that is one of the ways that children learn. These are the interventions that are done during preschool. Thank you.